Hello, Australians. Now, we got a good episode of Gretchy's World today. We got George Tonna. Now, George Tonna has played soccer at the Paralympics, and George Tonna also started rugby league for people with disabilities. Now, we're going to have some funny, interesting, and real entertaining stories for you today. Now, I advise that you watch the video instead of listening to the podcast because there's some funny shit and there's some real interesting videos of the history of the Disability Rugby League in this podcast that you don't want to miss. So George has had a lot of achievements and he's got a real good story and he's a top bloke. But that doesn't mean that because he's on a Gretchy's World podcast that we like him that much. We have a lot of respect for him, but obviously we're going to put a bit of shit on him. That doesn't stop us because, hey, we love putting shit on people. It's fun. So, get on my Instagram page, Gretchy's World 69. That's number 69. Also get on the Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube. Gretchy's World 69. Now I'm a bit out of 69 jokes at the moment, so if you got any for me, write them in, leave a comment on the bottom of my YouTube page, and I'll tell the jokes on my podcast. It'll be good to get some new ones that I haven't heard before and give me a laugh. But because we're going to talk a bit about rugby league today, have I got a story for you to start with. Now, during COVID, the animals at Taronga Zoo were pretty bored. They had no visitors. It was a ghost town at Taronga Zoo. One of the animals suggested to all the other animals, why don't we play a game of rugby league, right? And then they all whinged about the elephant. Well, who's going to get the elephant? Because whoever gets the elephant on their team, he's just going to grab the ball and he's just going to run through everyone. No one can stop him. They said, how are we going to decide? We don't want him left out because he'll feel a bit different, and that's it. So anyway, the elephant says, fuck it. He says, you know what? Why don't I verse all you animals in the zoo, or you verse me, the elephant? And they said, alright, fair deal. So here we go, it's kick-off time. So the elephant says, I'll kick off first. So you get a bit of ball so it's even more fair. So the elephant kicks off. The monkey gets under the high ball, grabs the ball but he fumbles it, right? He knocks it on. So they pack a scrum. The elephant feeds the scrum, the elephant gets the scrum. He grabs the ball, he runs straight through everyone in the scrum. No one can stop him. Scores his first try. He says, get that at ya. Right? So anyway, the lion kicks off. The elephant catches it, runs straight through all the animals again. Straight through the field, runs 100 metres, scores again. This happens the whole half. The whole first half, it's just the animals kicking off to the elephant, and the elephant's just running length. No one can stop him. Everyone's just bouncing off him. He's too big. Anyway, half time goes, and then the second half comes on. So, the animals, it's time, the tiger says, I'll kick off this time. So anyway, the tiger kicks off, elephant grabs the ball, he sidesteps a monkey, sidesteps a giraffe, the fucking leopard wraps around his legs, but the elephant breaks for him. He's running, he's made a break, he's in the open space. Anyway, the elephant gets about 20 meters before the try line, and something wraps around his legs that fucking quick and hard, and it stops the elephant at his tracks, and the elephant just hits the ground like a sack of shit. It felt like an earthquake when he hit the ground. The elephant looks down, he goes, "What the fuck was that?" He looks down, there's a centipede wrapped around his legs. He says to the centipede, "Where the fuck were you the whole first half?" And the centipede says, I was too busy, it took me the whole fucking first half and all morning to put me boots on.
For my 21st, I made a promise to myself to try sport. Fortunate for me, I made the futsal New South Wales team, which won the state championship that year.
Yeah.
I got declassified. Then I went into coaching. I coached the team the following year. I coached New South Wales, I think it was under 18s, under 19s special needs team to the nationals. But my passion has always been team sports, rugby league, soccer.
Yeah.
So my next venture was athletics. I started doing athletics, 100 Tonna meters, and that's when I ran against the likes of Jeff Clark.
Yeah.
Jeff Clark.
100 meters.
Not short distance. He was a sprinter too.
I did that.
He was a sprinter too. So I done a couple of games, Southern Cross games at Homebush back in the late 90s, 98, 97, 98.
Yeah.
One day I got a call from an administrator for the sports, and he said, "Oh, are you going to go to the Nottingham games in England to do athletics?"
Yeah.
And we started talking, and I said to the guy, "My passion's in the team sport, in soccer, rugby league." So this is after the 2000 games got acknowledged as us hosting it. So I was playing football at the time, and he told me if I can get a team or players to play for Silver Pawsey football, that he'll automatically qualify. We can automatically qualify for the Paralympic Games.
Yeah.
So what I done was I went to the Australian Paralympic Committee. I told them my idea, and they said, "Right, you go away, you give us a players and coach, and we'll qualify you."
Yeah.
So I started searching for players I done an ad in the Daily Telegraph, in the insert section, and I got guys calling me from Dubbo, from Western Australia, from Canberra, so from Queensland. So that kind of built up. So by the time we knew it, we were having a first camp in Narrabeen, the Academy of Sports in Narrabeen. We had 20 players in the books.
Yeah.
So it went from there. So that was and then we had to qualify, of course. You wasn't just a walk-up start. So we had nationals. We went to Ukraine. We went to Russia. We went to England for CP World Games and various other championships.
Yeah, right.
Because we never went too good in the tournaments, but because we qualified automatically, we were in. So it was only a matter of getting selected.
Yeah.
So lucky enough for me, I got selected. And I was named the vice captain. What's so funny?
I don't know, something fucking coming in the head. Oh. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, so I was lucky enough to play in the Paralympic Games in Sydney. Lucky enough to represent Australia. But my passion has always been rugby league. As you know, David, you're a St George supporter.
Alright, so you're the first team in 2000.
Yes.
First, okay.
First and only team in the Paralympics.
And do they still do it now?
Yes, but not in the Paralympic, just in World Championships. So we were the first team to win a game in competition. So you're talking about the Matildas, the Joeys. Yeah. we were the first soccer team,
Australian
Soccer
ever
team.
soccer team.
any team in the Paralympics or
Yeah.
Olympic Games to win a game. We beat Holland 2-1 in the last game, and they were the 96 Paralympic champions. So we done well. We beat them 2-1, and they were big boys.
Fucking hell, that's alright.
Yeah, so we're the first team. Anyway, so my passion's always been rugby league.
So how far did you get with the soccer? Did you get to the finals or?
No, we just won one game.
Alright,
Yeah.
out of that. So
Russia, Ukraine were very strong.
how many games till the finals was it?
We played 3 games. We played Spain, Russia,
Yeah.
Ukraine, and Holland. So we had 5 games of competition,
Yeah.
and then the finals. But so we
So
didn't
what
win the
team did you win?
Holland.
Holland.
And they were the 96 Paralympic champions. So
Yeah.
we beat the champions of the previous Paralympics.
Well, that's alright. And then all the other teams, they were mostly good at
Well, not that,
you
because
know.
we were part-timers.
Spain and all
They played, so when I used to live in Moscow,
Yeah.
and I went to one of their schools, they train 24/7, football,
Yeah.
soccer,
Alright,
whatever. So we were part-timers.
Yeah, well, they all fucking live and breathe soccer.
Exactly,
That's what I'm saying.
and their lifestyle was, if they never play soccer, they'll end up in a home for disabled. So they have to play soccer to live. Where here, we play soccer to be active, and we can still live normally. We can still drive cars and go out and do certain things, but over there, they're instituted, they're isolated.
So if they played soccer, they went around with the team and they...
Oh yeah, they used to travel every 2 or 3 months. Ukraine, everywhere.
And it,
Holland.
What? And then what did they live at home with their family?
No, they actually lived in a school, like a boarding school, like a disabled school.
Alright.
So they lived and bred sport.
So if they couldn't do sport, they would stay in that boarding school full time?
Or probably instituted, like just desolate.
Yeah.
Because they don't get benefits over there. There's no NDIS in Russia.
Yeah.
If you're disabled, you're pretty much...
Fucked.
Yeah, so
And,
yeah.
and this is the physical disabilities. they
Yes,
got.
or cerebral palsy. The whole school is cerebral palsy. So as you retire from that squad, they'll bring someone else new. Where we have to find players and actually keep them. They were in the system already.
So what happens? What would happen with these guys when they stop playing soccer?
Probably end up in institute.
They're back in their fucking home.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't get benefits and they wouldn't, and I don't think they would get a job because they're disabled. So we're lucky in Australia to live here because we got like NDIS, we got our freedom here.
Yeah.
You know?
Even in the back in the early 90s, like when I started Brinjelly, I'm just lucky I went to Brinjelly.
What was that a support unit?
Oh man, nah. I was
Mainstream.
I was the only one in our class, but like I said, like Brinjelly, just a small school for about 50 kids,
Yeah.
and it was a community. And for me, when my mum got me in the Brinjelly school, they made ramps, they built everything, fundraised money to build ramps, and yeah, they just made it perfect.
For you, yeah.
So I'm just lucky I went to Brinjelly.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, so 20 years before you, or 15 years, I went to school, like I said, over 800 kids, and I was a token disabled person. So so at least they've come advanced where some of the schools now, they have support units.
And that,
which is good.
Yeah, and then I was hearing you, when you played sport, you got left out, but like, yeah, at Brinjelly school, like, say we played T-ball, I had to pick a mate at the time to bat for me,
Yeah, good.
and then I'd run around the bases.
Yeah, cool.
You know,
That's
like,
good.
all the kids at Brinjelly would just, it was, I never felt left out. It was just
Good.
so fucking
Well, and so it should. So it's society is changing.
yeah.
It's getting better, but it's still a lot to improve.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm thinking just in life in general. People look at you differently because you're disabled, or you walk funny, or you talk funny. It is getting better, but Yeah, but anyway, going back to the sport, so qualified for the Panama Games, played for my country, captained my country, had my family here at Homebush. That was the best 2 weeks of my life in terms of like being in a bubble, being in like an out of body experience. Like I was on television, ABC one day, to meeting Prime Minister the next day.
Yeah, it would have
meeting
been
John
big.
Halley, Kim Beazley, Bob Hawke, having my own stamp.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just a dream. And after that had finished, I struggled mentally, depression for
Because it was
quite a
all
while.
over.
Because exactly, because you're on a high, but there's nothing to fall back on.
And then you think, what do I do now? You know, it's like me with skateboarding, you know, you get on good. And then, you know, like, I keep trying to do stairs and this and that.
And you can't do it.
And I can do it, but to skate and do a trick, you're always going to hurt yourself trying. And where I'm at right now is that there's like a time where I've got to just stop trying to do hard shit. But when you do hard shit, like when you ollie your 2 stairs, you feel that power. Because you thought you'd never be able to do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you keep doing it, your body's going to be shot.
Yeah, of course.
So I get what you're saying. Like, there's got to be a time where I just stop doing hard shit on the skateboard and just save my body.
And just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and just enjoy the simple.
I mean, I
simple life.
This year I'm 49, I'm 15 January, and I've struggled. Not with major injuries, but every time I've played, I get a sore calf, sore knee.
Yeah.
So as I get older, I have to start enjoying what I've achieved in the last 15
and
20 years.
not instead of what's next. You got to enjoy what you've done.
As you know, I play hard every game. Whatever it is, marbles, I play 110%. That's the way I am.
Yeah, that's not me.
And
that's where I'm at now. Like, instead of looking at what I'm doing next, maybe look at what I've done.
Yeah.
Because we've done a shitload for fucking what we...
And so going back to the sport, so my passion has always been rugby league.
Yeah.
Followed the sport since I was young. Went to South games at the old Redford Oval. You know, my dad's taken me, uncles would take me. So I enjoyed it. It was a family event to go to football.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back in 2004. Yeah, 2004.
Yeah, 4.
I said to myself, how can I play rugby league at a safe, level playing field where I'm not going to get myself killed?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got some old guys together that I used to play soccer with, Merrick Glazier and Stephen Yates, and we had a meeting at Redfern to discuss a plan to set up a form of physical disability rugby league where guys who have cerebral palsy, amputees, ABIs, a cardiac brain injury, stroke victims can play a sport that we can all enjoy under the one banner.
Yeah.
So we formed the rules and the teams, and I know, David, you're one of the first originals. We had a trial game at Cabra, Kamata, the old backfields. And I remember you...
Is this the first game?
The first trial game.
Yeah.
The first half was touch, and then the second half was tackle.
We had our tags everywhere.
Yes.
So you could either tag or tackle. And that was at Cabramatta, and it was like December.
Yes.
And it was like 30-something degrees.
And we had NITV, Bud Cook.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, he turned up to do a report on us. Yeah. And what had happened was, because we had tags, as David said, because you got CP, you can't really put the tags back on. You have to, back in normal rules, you have to put the tags on before you go again. But because we couldn't do it, we were there for 5 minutes trying to put the tag on. So then we decided the first half was a tag game, and the second game was tackle.
Yeah.
And then we had, I'm not sure if you had big shorts at the time.
No, not yet.
So everyone was tackle throughout the game.
Yeah.
And then we introduced for the junior guys and the guys and everyone that get tackled, a red short component. So red shorts means that you don't get tackled. You touch and you play the ball.
Yeah,
facing the pack in the fence.
So if they see you with red shorts on and then you just touch them and they just touch you. You're not tackling.
And then there's a tag opponent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's...
So that was the first game. What do you remember about playing that first game?
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was... Everyone that played in that game was very... they wanted to have a go. They wanted to show their wares in rugby league. Because, mate, you got a disability. How are you playing rugby league? So I think it was more of trying to convince yourself that we can play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some different characters that still play today. Like I've been fortunate enough to play my 120th game last week.
Yeah.
This is my 12th season. I've won 2 premierships, lost 2 premierships with South West Tigers. I won 2 premierships with South.
Oh my fuck, I'm moving too quickly. So I remember, I'll tell you about when I like my fuck, what do you call it? What the fuck do you call it?
You're telling the story.
Alright, so I'll tell you about my introduction to the physical rugby league.
Yeah.
Right? So when I was in high school, I was like, Dad never watched rugby league, right? So I didn't know about it that much. And then all my mates started playing rugby league. It's high school, right? And they played in the morning, lunchtime, arvo, after school, before school. So I'd get there before school and I'd just join in because I thought, fuck, I want to play rugby league. This is when I was about 15 and I thought I was fucking Superman or Batman, you know? I didn't have no, like, fear. I just thought I could do it all. And so if I practice with everyone else, which is normal for me, I'm going to be real good. And I had this thing in the air where I was going to play against people without disabilities, and everyone goes, oh, but there's some fucking big guys, I don't give a fuck, I'll give it to them. But, so I remember I get there before school, and one day I said to the boys, I want to play tackle one day. I said, you need to start tackling me hard. I said, I don't give a shit. and I said, it's the only way I'm going to get better. So I had this, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Danny. He was like a Kiwi guy. And he tackled me. And he hit me in the ear and fucking got me on the ground in the breadbasket. and I was on the ground and he stood up and he goes, is that really what you want? And I just took a few deep breaths and pretended it didn't bother me. And I said, fuck yeah, bring it on. I said, that's what I want. So it did win me, but I pretended it didn't bother me. And then every day I just keep playing and get better and better and better. And then I had, out at my house at Brindley, right, I grew up in an old pirate house, and then when I was in year 8, we built a new house down the back, right? And we rented the fibre house out to my uncle's mate, Bindi. And I told Bindi, I said, I want to play footy. And every day when Bindi come home from work, he goes, when you see me come home from work, knock on my door, and I'll come out and I'll pass and kit with you. So every day, Bindi practiced with me every other. And there was times where I was that keen, and I feel bad for Vindy because I was that keen that there was times where I knock on Vindy's door and Vindy will come out and he's passing the ball and his fucking eyes are closed, half asleep. And now, like back then, I'm like, nah, every time I'm with Vinny, I'm gonna get better. But right, like looking at it now, I think fucking poor brick, you know. And
What
then-
is to his credit?
yeah, we still done it. But and then when we moved, we had to move out of Bringelly. That was the worst thing ever because Bringelly is the best place ever.
Were they redeveloped the area?
Nah, not yet. Just dad at work and all this shit. And so we moved out of Bringelly, we were at Mount, and then we had a soccer field across the road.
Yes, I remember that.
Yep.
Yes, because I thought this place here, but he moved again.
Nah, yeah, we moved again.
Yeah.
And then I used to go to the soccer road and, you know, practice my kicking game and all that. And one day I was in bed, and Mum come in my room in the morning. She goes, I just read the paper. This guy, fucking George Tonna, is starting the rugby league. He goes, you know, this is like, at that time I was doing athletics. And I couldn't break any time and I was fucking getting this shit straight. And I was getting frustrated, but I loved rugby league more, and I just hoped that I could play rugby league. So she comes in the door and I'm in bed. She goes, look in the paper, fucking this George Tonna is started the disability rugby league. And I thought, fuck. I thought, that's my time. That's what I've been getting ready for. It was weird that I was getting ready to play one day, and I never knew whether I would or not. But I just believed I would, and I believed I'd be real good. And then just it happened to just fall into my lap.
Yeah.
Fucking weird, eh? So I emailed you, and then you had a come and try out day. And then I remember getting the ball and just fucking stepping everyone.
Yeah.
And then, then we had the first game out in Cabra in the summer. And then, so I remember I was going to talk to you about the second game as well. The second game, I got a real good memory of it because that's when I kept getting the ball and like I get the ball and I run and I pass it, and about 2 seconds later, after not having the ball, some fucking prick would still tackle me, you know?
Right tackle.
And I looked behind me, I thought, fucking I passed the ball, what's this prick's fucking problem? So I get the ball again, and I've offloaded it, and he's fucking tackled me again.
It wasn't.
Right? You jump and then you get to it. So this happened a few times. Anyway, so I get the ball again, right? And this guy, this time, I'm running with the ball, and they called, you know, I've offloaded it, right? And even though I've offloaded it, this guy's still on me back, fucking wrestling me for ages. And I look behind me, and back then I'm watching a lot of 80s rugby league. I love I'm watching old games with, I love like Stella Kenny, and you're watching the fights, and to me rugby league was like the 80s. It was fighting, and you know. And then, so I thought, fucking this is my time. So when I looked behind him, fucking pushed him and rolled him on the ground and grabbed him on the ground. And I
remember that.
Yeah, Dave was the coach. And I looked at Dave, I said, what's his fuckwit's problem? And it was just great.
but what, so the audience, Jeff visually impaired.
Yeah.
So who would have saw you pass the ball?
In the when Jeff started playing, I can't remember about later, but when Jeff started playing, he didn't wear glasses or nothing.
Yeah.
So he was fucking blind as that.
I remember the time when you started wrestling. But after that point, what I can remember with you and Jeff, you used to battle each other. Every time you get the ball, he smashed you. And every time he got the ball, you smash him. That was probably our first rivalry. In the competition. That's all I can recall.
And I'm growing up watching like the 80s and 90s, fucking Harrigan and Harrigan
Chief.
And he was fucking gone blank.
Harrigan and
Spud
Cow, yes.
Spud
yes,
Cow.
yes.
And I'm watching shit like that. And deep down I thought, fuck, I'd love someone to have a rivalry with. And then every game after that, I was on Clarky.
It was great.
And I just wanted to fucking smash it.
It was that's what I can recall your early days when you were playing. You and him always just big as life, and he used to give it a cheek, and it was a good banter.
Yeah, I love
it. We got some characters. We got Eddie Sharp.
Yeah.
Eddie Sharp looks like Ned Kelly. Yeah. He's been playing for 100 years. He's played over 100 games like myself. He's just a worker. He just takes the ball up and he's got no fear.
Eddie Sharp was a walker. He walked how long distance?
He's a long distance runner.
Yeah.
But he does walk. He does like long walk. He does the Taylor Trail in Papua New Guinea. He does these walks in Spain and Italy like these. Yeah. So he's definitely he's a long distance runner. But he's an old-fashioned forward. Get the ball and steamroll people. He doesn't sidestep, he just steamrolls.
No, he's got a lot of strength. Yeah. And he's got a build.
Yes.
So, what stories have you got about, like what good stories?
About PD?
About playing rugby league here.
Well, they always say in NRL or rugby or professional football players, just to play one game is an honour.
Yeah.
Now I've played over 100 games for Savs and for these other teams, West Tigers. I had 2 years there, and I played most of my football at Savs as a captain and as a player, and just to win 2 grand finals with the guys like yourself that we played together for the whole year. We lost, we won together. It was a great achievement to play amongst our guys like you and then Marco Cutano Jr. and guys like that, because it made me better. It made me a better person, better player.
Yeah. Well, that first grand final, I remember. I think it was the first year that we organised
the full competition.
The final set out.
The full competition. So 2013, I think we had nine games. So played each other 3 times, and we had the final series.
And I remember that was a hot day. That was like in October, and it was real hot. And I remember when we went out to do the national anthem, then you looked at each other and said, "Fuck me, this is like we made it." Yeah. Because we played a few years, the disability rugby went for a few years before that, but we never had a grand final. And when we went out to that grand final, that was the first grand final in the comp.
Yes.
And we thought, well, now we're what do you call it? Like, now we're real rugby league players.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, this is the shit that we dreamed about.
And being inaugural winners, as South Sydney Football Club did in 1908, we were the first winners of the inaugural premiership of Sydney. So that was an honour. Another honour I was fortunate enough to play for Australia in the Commonwealth Championships. Yeah. And we had a dinner. So we had like the Australian women's team, men's team, not the NRL, but junior teams. And we had like Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Tonna, whatever, at this tournament. And I can always remember we were at the dinner and we got a standing ovation because they mentioned us being the first year in this competition. And I think it clicked to me then that I'm not a disabled player, I'm a rugby league player with a disability.
Yeah. So
I think that was the first time that I thought that we got acknowledged as rugby league players and not as a disabled rugby league player. Yeah. And that was special. I mean, I came back from the World Cup last year playing in the first inaugural Philly World Cup. even though I never won a game, just the experience that I've had with the guys from New South Wales and the Gold Coast was priceless. It was a tournament that we struggled in terms of the score lines, but I think we bonded good together. During the tournament, players like myself and other players got COVID and gastro. So we were struggling.
When you were at the World Cup?
Yes, during the tournament. So probably half the team got gastro and COVID at the same time. So we had players that were playing with gastro and with just finished COVID.
Well,
so
fuck, that'll be alright. Now on the one to tackle you could just feel like shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never missed a game, but it was like I said, I wasn't my physical fit because I was dehydrated from gastro. John O. Smith, he won the first finish with us. John O. Smith, he got gastro and COVID at the same time.
Yeah.
So he was I was his roommate for the tournament. It was a 10-day tournament. I never saw him for half the tour. I never saw him because he was really isolated. He missed the one game, unfortunately. But it was a challenging tournament. But I think let me just say the game was built for guys like you, Gretchen, and guys like Billy Bussell. It was built for guys like you. I know we're now going to like the Bryce Cranes and the Mick Vellas. They're the next crop of superstars. Yeah. But I think back then, originally, you guys are superstars and always be the superstars. To be a quad CP, fallen affected, and you're playing tackle like the league, and you're a fucking hero in my eyes. And people say you're playing rugby league, you're mad. So just it was an honour to play with you, and of course against you when you played against each other. But it was it was the guys like you that actually made the league possible. So again, and I think what I'm more proud about over the years is not winning premierships, it's the friendships that you make and the bonds that you make. League will always be there. League will come and go. You're going to play 1 year, you're going to be retired the next year. It's the friendships you make. I've known you now, like I said, 13 years. And like I said, you got out of the game for quite a while, and now you're back in. So credit to you for coming back in. And when you first started PD, you're probably a bit immature, but now you've aged a bit, and now you want to play for fun and just to have a go. And that's also all about.
Yeah. So what? I want to talk about that camp that. No.
The infamous camp, eh?
Yeah.
So the camp that Dave was talking about is so I was on the board originally, and we used to make plans for the upcoming seasons.
Yeah.
So the round one in 2014, we decided that we're going to play round one in Melbourne. So all the teams came into camp.
Round one it was.
Round one. Yes, round one. It was on the first round was on a Saturday, and we're playing at Melbourne Sports Academy. Anyway, so we played round one.
And actually, that game, before you go, that game was I scored my first try.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I ran to line for a dummy, and ran.
You were playing a fast, of course, I
don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, no, I think I do, because I remember hugging you. You scored the first try, which is great. Great to do,
yeah, I remember we got to camp, and all the boys would walk around. You know, we went for a tune and swimming pool, and at the same time we had the women's
grandstand band club or something.
I don't know, but they're all real fit, and all the boys with our footy were all going wild. Like, we're gonna go to talk to this. It was funny.
But anyway, so long story short, so Aaron Foley, who used to be an able-bodied player. So in our league, you have able-bodied players playing, but they can't score, they can't kick, they can't score any points, no. But now Aaron, because of a disability, he's now become a disabled
Yeah,
player.
yeah, but that time he was like,
And
it was a number to help.
Yes, no,
you know,
help numbers and to help the boys get around. Anyway, it was his birthday, I think, at the time, or your birthday.
It was his birthday on the Sunday.
Yes. So anyway, so after the game, we couldn't go nowhere. We had the same camp. So we were just having breakfast or afternoon, like lunch. And mate, he said, oh, I want to get some drinks for my birthday.
Yeah.
So what I can recall, he came back with crate loads of beer, alcohol, bourbon, whiskey, vodka.
Yeah,
whatever.
We went for Aaron. We got back in the room and Aaron said, "Fuck this, we're gonna make a night of it." And he said, "Come in with a bottle." So we had Aaron, me, Nick, and maybe Billy. I can't remember. And we all went to the bottle and Aaron's going,
"Oh mate,"
and Aaron's going, "What do you want? What do you want to drink?" And to Aaron's credit, he
bought anything.
To Aaron's credit, he fucking bought everyone the alcohol.
I can recall you guys coming back with crates of bourbon, vodka, like cruisers, and it started probably about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, he shouted at everyone.
Because we were staying at the top headquarters of the academy.
Yeah.
And I think there was a girls' band staying in the same headquarters, like upstairs. Anyway, all I can recall is loud music, singing, dancing, carrying on, and we actually got on video. I'm not sure if we still got it, but we actually got on video, and it was the boys it was the first time the boys let their hair down.
Yeah.
And we went to like 3 in the morning. Anyway, the next day.
And I just want to say, like, it was, you know, like that, when we were all drinking and all that, it was, you know, we were all sitting in a circle, even out there, like the old boys, you know, old Alphonse, the old Italian. And,
Alfonso?
yeah, someone took care of his fruit shop while he was at camp. And we're all sitting in a circle and just telling stories. Like we're drinking, talking shit, telling funny fucking stories.
Yeah.
And
didn't I have a trivia night? I had a trivia, but that's fucked up because I kept saying the wrong answer. But it was
no, you wrote trivia, but you said, oh, I got to rub you the trivia, and well, I'm like, oh, well, it's gonna be about the 80s. And you've written questions about the 20s or something, and I'm going, he's fucking kidding, isn't he? and then everyone said, fuck the trivia, let's
just go drink.
Talk
So we had a big night, as you know, and some guys were having hangovers. But the next day, on a Sunday, we got invited to play an exhibition game at Brookvale, Manly and Canberra.
Yeah.
But most of the guys were wearing dark shades because they were still drunk.
Yeah,
but I can still want some guys go, I can't play. You have to play because we want to have a game of it and want to make sure people know what we do. So, you know, long story short, we played the game. We got home in that afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Some guys are still drunk. Anyway, because I was on the board back in the early days, we had a consultant called Marga Zaska. She came to one of the ball meetings, and she said, in a nice way, to the board at the time, George and the board, you can't come back because you're not invited to come back. So we got barred from the academy because you can't. There's no drinking policy. We drank. So
the drinking or the noise?
I think both, because there was other teams staying there.
Someone complained.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So in a good way, we were the first probably team to be barred from the academy, and we were drunk and we were like disabled, but we also had a good time. But we've had some good trips. We've had the good trips that I can remember one funny story with you and Jess Clark.
Yeah.
You silly bastards. I was quick at the time, and I think you guys are playing the country and playing the city.
Yeah, city country
and you guys were playing a trick on me. You guys hid my footy boots. But I knew what you guys are doing. I think I had a spare pair. So what I done was, I put the boots, you took the boots away from me, and I knew that you take it away from me. You guys muck around, and we were just doing banter in the bus. George, you're an idiot. Clarky, you idiot, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And I knew that you had got my boots. But you guys knew I had a spare boots.
Yeah.
So, I tricked you guys.
Can I go to the start? So, this was the first city versus country
2014.
organisation. I can't remember when it was.
I think it was 14.
But
it was a double.
It was a bit of a fucking stitch up, I must say, because on the way to the bus, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm playing for country. I like country, you know. Grew up on acres at Brinzelli and all that. And then I'm on the bus, and I get on the bus, and I find out it's only me and Jeff Clark in his country team. And we didn't know who the other players were going to be, right?
Yeah, because I was all intellectual. Yes,
so we're on the bus, and I'm sitting with Jack Clark, and the whole bus is going to play for City. So I thought, fuck these. On the whole way to the bus, I was giving you shit, trying to get in your head going, oh yeah, you fucking City wankers, you know, go get your cappuccino and fuck off and all that. Anyway, so we get to the camp, and there was a time where you had the whole team at the camp. I only had Jeff Clark. So
I think you had maybe 2 or 3 more. You had like Monday, Monday. You had maybe Dylan Johnson. You had a couple of them. You had maybe 4 or 5.
And I said,
Nick Ritchie's was one of them. Because he played like country too. He's from the Highlands.
And I said to Jeff, I said, fuck these wankers. I said, let's train. We'll have a training session outside.
I remember that.
Because I said, you know,
and they were laughing at you.
Even though there's only 2 of us, we got to do what we can to beat these fuckers. Because they're stitched us up. So we're training now on the grass, and you fucking wankers.
We're laughing at you.
Listening to it and going, oh, is that all 2 people? Fucking rah. And I'm taking it serious, going, come on, Jeff, let's just practice passing, don't worry about them. And then I just quit it and said, shut the fuck up. And then, so at night, me and Jeff, we were in together and everything. All it was me and Jeff. We didn't talk to anyone else because you were the other team. We didn't like you. So I woke up, we go to bed the night before the game, and I wake up in the morning, and I said to Jeff, I said, George always has to be organised. I said, if he's not organised, he goes mental. I said, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get in his bag before the game and take his fucking shoes. So this fucker's got no shoes. And he's going to stress out, oh, where are my shoes? And fucking have a panic attack. So I snuck into your in that morning, grabbed your shoes out of the bag. I fucking put him in my room, and then, you were probably putting on the app.
No. Someone told me that you were going to take him, so I knew that you took him. I was playing dumb.
You can't trust anyone.
I think someone told me, Nick from your team, he goes, oh, Gritchy stole your boots. I thought, oh, that's the case.
Can't even trust the young team, and there was only 3 of the fuckers.
So I knew on the bus, and Gritchy had my shoes. I thought, oh, okay, fuck you, you're going to play that game. So it's not a bad thing. And he goes, oh, wait till you get to the Oval, you're going to be fucked, blah, blah. Why not, Gritchy, whatever. Back and forth, city bumpkin, country bumpkins, city slickers, whatever. And then knowing that I knew I had a spare pair of boots. So when he got to the ground, Gritchy goes, oh, good luck today, George. Oh, where's your boots? And I pulled out my pen. Here they are, you idiot. Oh, shit, he's got a...
I would have thought, fuck you.
I
would have had the shit about that you had another bit.
But going back to that story, 2 years before that, you and Clarky were rivals.
Yeah.
But you were teammates trying to disturb me. So see how it's come full circle where you're probably our first big rivals of the association. But then your teammates trying to get me stuffed. So but still, I mean, then in a state trip, so we went to Dubbo and Wagga. Remember we had Joe Williams play in Wagga for country.
I didn't get it.
Yeah,
did I get it, Wagga?
I think he did. That was the last time, 2015. We went to Wagga.
Actually, hang on. I just want to finish on that story. So, we get to the grounds at Dubbo, and then me and Jeff and whoever the other two guys from Monday or something, and we go in the change room, and
we shared one. Did we share the change room?
No, we didn't. But we got our jerseys. Now, all you City people, you had your proper City jerseys.
Yes.
And we got
Penrith. Penrith. The Penrith jersey.
We got some fucking
Penrith.
Local, Penrith jersey. We go, what the fuck's this? We're like nothing.
The country bumpkins.
And then, we get to the sheds. There's still three of us. So I thought we were gonna meet the rest of the team when we were in the sheds. We've still got no fucking team. And then we walk out, you've all got your full fucking
and training and carrying on, and you guys are still staying.
And we've got Penrith Panthers jerseys. And then we get to play the game, and we got all physical disabilities. And
the rest of the teams are intellectual.
In my team, your team's all the normal physical disabilities. Our team, we have 3 physical
and intellectual,
and all the rest are intellectual.
But
and I thought, how the fuck are we, not saying nothing from the intellectual disabilities, but in all realness, is that, physical players playing together, you can't have a serious game with
you can't gel. You're another player.
The intellectual, they need to have their own game because it just doesn't work out. So I thought, fuck this. So I remember getting the ball at the last tackle, and instead of your team putting pressure on me, I have my own fucking team running at me trying to get the fucking ball at me. And this guy on my team got right up in my face and goes, kick it! And I thought, fuck it, I've got no hope here. and then I remember at the end of the game, I was that fucking disappointed because I was that ripped up for City vs Country that my country team it was a stitch up and I got ripped off. And then I said, fuck yous. And then I was talking to, here's Johnny's Blake, the personal trainer.
Blake Johnson.
Blake Johnson. I said, Blake, are you driving home in your car? And he goes,
yeah, all right, you get home with him.
And he goes, yeah, I'm driving in my car. I said, good, fuck these wankers. I said, they've ruled me whole weekend, they've stitched me up. I said, I'm not getting on the bus with them fuckers, they can go and get fucked. So I went home with Blake in the car and I got home quicker and it was good. And then I remember next time I saw everyone shooting shit on me. Oh, you're a fucking sore loser. You didn't get the bus home with this, you fucking arsehole.
That was and from that point, City won all the games bar 2 years ago. Country was the first time I won a City Country, and that was a white card.
Yeah.
But we went to Dubbo, Wagga, went to a couple other places. Mudgee.
Yeah.
We went on 3-4, and they were great trips to bond, and we just laugh and carry on like idiots, but it's like any other one team does, you know what I mean? We used to sing songs